Custom audiences. What does that mean? You can see here that we have nothing, no results on our ads. We've not created any ads. We are still using the Viral Stuff Shop business account, and we can't create a custom audience as it is. Why? Because we don't have any activity yet. Now, a custom audience is when you create an audience of people who are more likely to engage or to act on your ad or to purchase your product. So you know that these people are your main people, they are your audience. So you are always going to market to them. An example is when you have sold to some people as a result of your ads in the past, and then you want to keep on selling to those people over and over again. Let's say you are going to start up a sales season very soon, or Christmas is approaching, or one of these holidays. You want to create an ad for a product you want to put up on sales for these people who are already customers, hence the name custom audience. So in order to create a custom audience, you would go over here to the hamburger menu, and under Assets you can find audiences. So we click on audiences. Our custom audience page is open. Here it says reach the people who matter to you. Create and save audiences to reach the people who matter to your business. So you can create a custom audience. We are going to look at lookalike audience in the next lesson. A saved audience may include things like demographics, interests, and behaviors. So you can save these demographics, interests, and behaviors for future use. But what we are very concerned about right now for this lesson is custom audiences. So you click on create a custom audience. Now you can create your custom audience using your sources or using Facebook sources. For your sources, this can be a website, and for you to create a custom audience from your website, that means you must have installed the Facebook pixel. The Facebook pixel is going to capture activities or know people who have taken specific actions, such as adding your products to cart or purchasing your product. So you can use that data and then create an audience. Let's say, for instance, you have a product you're going to sell and you're selling it off your website. When you send people to your website via your Facebook ad, your pixel is going to record whatever action these people take. So if people purchase as a result of that ad, Facebook is going to capture that event. An example of such sales event is adding to cart or purchase. So let's say we have a purchase event, and Facebook have recorded about 100 purchase events on your website. Then once your campaign is done and you are approaching a festive period and you want to do a sales, you know that you have about 100 people who have purchased from you in the past. So you can create a custom audience from these people. So they are now a warm audience. There are two kinds of audiences. There is a warm and a cold audience. The cold audience are those people who just see your ad for the first time. So it might be very hard to sell to cold audiences, but very, very easy to sell to warm audiences if you have a good deal. Like you can come up with a coupon or some percentage off. So you can say, okay, here you have 10% off this purchase, and you are targeting those who have purchased from you before. So because they know you, because they are warm audiences, they are more likely to buy again from you because they know you, they trust you, they've bought from you before, you've delivered, you did not fail them. So that's it for the website part of your source. Then the customer list is, for instance, again, on your website, you run an ad for people to visit your website to make a purchase. Just like every other online store, before one can make a purchase, they have to enter some customer information like their name, their email address, and phone number during checkout. So you can get all of those customer data and export them as a CSV file in an Excel sheet and upload them on here using the customer list. But this feature is not available for new accounts. So you have to run ads continuously, and then you have to give Facebook that impression that you are trustworthy before this feature can be unlocked, because you are bringing in people from third-party sources and uploading their data onto Facebook. So Facebook would give you time to run your ads and see that you stick to the rules and follow the policies before this feature can be unlocked. Then app activity is for creating an audience, a custom audience from people who have used your app or game. Offline activity is basically an audience of people who have interacted with your business in store or over the phone. Then for using Facebook sources, video is another good custom audience to create, because Now, this is why I tell people you need to be creating content for your Facebook page. It's not just when you want to run ads, you remember your page and then you start setting up an ad. So creating content would help you get data points on people who visit your page to watch those content. For instance, you can create a custom audience from a video that is being posted on your page some time ago. Now let's say you run an engagement ad with a video of maybe a product, and this video is just like, you're not trying to sell at that initial point, you're trying to get video views. Okay, so with that video views, you would be able to run an ad with it later on for the purpose of selling. Now here's the strategy. You have a product and you want to sell this product, but your first ad is not mainly targeting sales. You are trying to get cold audiences. So even though some sales might come in, but the main goal is to get an engagement on that video. So you post a video about your product, maybe explaining how the product works or what the product does, and then you post it out with an engagement campaign objective. The goal is to get people to like, comment, share, and watch that video. Then once the ad campaign is done, you can now come onto the custom audience window as we are right now, and then you click on video. So once you do that, you'll be able to choose that video you ran an ad with in the past, and then choose people who have seen about 95% of that video. So for someone to see that video up to 95%, which means they are really interested in the product and they wanted to learn how that product works or what that product does. So now you can create a traffic campaign ad from the custom audience of the video views. This is where you now create your ad copy to sell that product, and believe me, you would get more sales than just running the ad for the first time just for the purpose of selling. So you can also create a custom audience from Instagram business profile. Lead form is a campaign objective as well. So you can create a lead campaign objective to capture data. It is similar to the customer list, but in this case, it's from Facebook source. So Facebook is storing the customer data, name, email, phone numbers on the lead form. So you can go ahead and choose that lead form from your past campaign and create a custom audience from them. Same with events. You can create a custom audience from people who interacted with your event, whether they're interested or going or not going. You can also create a custom audience from people who have interacted with your page. It might be page likes or people who visited your page in the past 12 days, 30 days, and so forth. And then instant experience. Instant experience is kind of like a website-like experience that you give to people who you show your adverts to. So, since we don't have much activity on this new business manager account, which is the viral stuff shop, I'm going to attempt to create a custom audience from a live business manager. Then I would go through some of these custom audience options so you see how they really work. I'll cancel this and then I'll log out from my business manager. So here we are on the Learning Questa business, and I'll click on the hamburger menu and I'll go to under Adset audiences, and you can see we have audiences here already which we've created in the past. So I'm going to attempt to create a new audience, and to do that you go over here to create audience, you drop it down and then you click on custom audience, because we are talking about custom audience for now. In the next lesson we are going to look at lookalike audiences. So I'll click on custom audience, and then you can see the same window we saw on the viral stuff shop business. And then if I choose websites as my audience, I will drop this down to the Learning Questa Edu Pixel which we created. Don't worry about this, we're going to create all of this when we get to the actual lessons for them. So I just selected the pixel for the audience I want to create, and then I'll choose, I can either choose all website visitors, but if I'm trying to create an ad for sales, I don't want to choose all website visitors. I want to be specific for the kind of event I want to optimize my sales for. So Learning Questa is not a business that sells products, but it's a service. So we have events like lead, schedule, and view content. So the two most important events for me here is schedule. So these are people that schedule an appointment with Learning Questa, or people who submitted their contact details for inquiry. So we tagged those people as lead. So let's pick lead for instance. What it says here is add people to your audience, include people who meet any of the following criteria. So from this pixel, lead in the past 30 days. So people who became lead in the past 30 days. So I think this can go up to 180 days for websites. But for video views, it can go up to a year, 365 days. So I can make this 180 days so I can get more audience in there. So that's the maximum. So anybody who became a lead in the past 180 days are going to be part of this audience. So I can give my audience a name. Leads in the past 180 days. Then I'll click on create. So now my custom audience has been created. So I can go ahead and create an ad and choose this custom audience as people who I want to target that ad to. So people who submitted their contact details to us in the past 180 days are the only people who are going to see that ad. Now let's look at one more custom audience option. I'll go over here again. I'll click on create custom audience, and then let's choose video. Click on video, then I'll choose engagement. What type of content? People who viewed at least 10 seconds of your video. I always like to choose people who watch at least 95%, because if you choose people who viewed at least 10%, those guys are not interested. They just saw 10% of the video and they left. So we don't want to target such people. We want to target people who have seen 95%. They know us already, they've seen that video, and then we are going to target them again with another ad. And this time we are intending to sell to them. So the first ad campaign might be an introduction to your product, teaching them, or like creating an awareness per se. And now we are trying to be salesy, so we are going to put in our ad copy with an intention to sell. You can see here in the past 365 days, which is the maximum time. And then I forgot something. We have to choose a video. So if you've uploaded videos in the past or created ads with videos in the past, you can choose it from your library. Okay, so let's say I choose this one. You can pick this one. You can pick as many videos as you want. That, of course, the videos has to be related to that product. So if it is one video that is related to that product, then pick just that video. Then you click on confirm. So people who have seen 95% of this video in the past 1 year are going to see my ad. So I would give this ad audience a name. So for the audience name, you can be very specific so that you can tell your audience apart. You can say, if for instance you were selling Pampers, you can say 95% Pampers video views or 95% Pampers video ad views. Okay, then you create your audience. So next time when you want to create your ad, you choose the custom audience option, and then you select that audience which you've created under the audiences section. So with this, we have come to the end of this lesson, and in the next lesson we are going to look at lookalike audiences. I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.